I think Bud could beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that hot guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would beat Canelo.
How is Crawford, his composure going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Oh, because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'd be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him?
The much anticipated showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence "Bud" Crawford took place under intense pressure ahead of their blockbuster super middleweight class scheduled for September 13th, 2025 in Las Vegas. During a dramatic face-off at the Riyadh Season Press event, both fighters stared each other down in front of the global media, exchanging intense looks and bold declarations. It was a tense, almost theatrical moment. Canelo's piercing glare contrasted with Crawford's calm composure, foreshadowing a battle of styles and legacies. This bout is being billed as the struggle of the century, with two of boxing's pound-for-pound best facing off for undisputed supremacy at 168 pounds.
More unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO, he just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing.
Canelo Alvarez, the famed Mexican boxer, is a 4-division world champion and currently holds the title of undisputed super middleweight champion. Known for his powerful punches, sharp defense, and tactical versatility, Canelo has beaten many of boxing's elite, cementing his status as one of the sport's most dominant fighters.
I mean, you fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, you know, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think he's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws. And follow for more.
Terence Crawford, hailing from Omaha, Nebraska, is a multi-division world champion with titles in the light welterweight, and super welterweight classes. Celebrated for his switch hitting skills, high ring IQ, and knockout power, Crawford earned the undisputed welterweight crown after his win over Errol Spence Jr.
All right, we have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right, Crawford, pound for pound number 1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be a 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Alvarez boasts a commanding presence in the super middleweight division, with a professional record of 63 wins to losses and to draws 39 of those wins by knockout. He has captured world titles in for weight classes junior middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight. Notably, in 2021, He became the first undisputed champion at 168 pounds.
Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. The power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34, going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
At 5 feet 8 inches and 34 years old, Canelo blends power, agility, and experience, making him a formidable opponent. His recent win via unanimous decision over William Skull in May 2025 reaffirmed his elite status despite pressure from younger, rising fighters. His technical mastery and fight intelligence continue to set him apart.
When he fought Canelo and he was like standing right in front of Canelo and Canelo's just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing away. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Crawford emphasized that physical size shouldn't be overstated in this matchup. He pointed out that both he and Canelo are 5 feet 8, and he actually has a longer reach. Canelo's heavy, but he's not a big guy. Crawford remarked, the key difference lies not in height, but in their weight class histories. Canelo has fought as high as light heavyweight, while Crawford climbed gradually from lightweight.
Has the Canelo fight, realistically left your mind once he said he's not interested, or you're still pursuing it?
Not at all. I think business talks. With the right business come across the table, it happens. I just be talking, man. Canelo a big dude, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I believe in my abilities. He's a heavy dude, but he's not a big guy. Like, he's 5'8", I'm 5'8", you know what I mean? My arm's longer than his, so that fight would be good.
How is Crawford, his composure, going to be like the moment a punch lands on him from Canelo?
Are you kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford.
Yeah.
He's
weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. And what, you don't think he'll be prepared? You think it'll be a shock to him? No. He's already moved up 3 weight classes. So now you're talking 6. If you add on 3. Crawford has the ability to slow things down in the ring that very few people have, and to see things that nobody else can see because he slows it down. Yeah, he's got great power. He carried it up. Yeah, he's got good hand speed. Yeah, he's got all that. He's got good technique. His coaches do a tremendous job with him. But the timing is impeccable. It's better than anyone else's. Why? Because of this. But a guy has that ingredient, and very, very few have, I can't count him out in anything.
Initially, Canelo seemed uninterested in the fight, but later expressed willingness if it made sense in terms of legacy and money. Crawford, notably, skipped a tune-up bout before jumping directly to 168 pounds, increasing the challenge. Analysts argue that moving up in weight without preparation, especially against a fighter like Canelo, puts Crawford at a disadvantage. Many believe the fight is more financially motivated, with doubts over Crawford's chances at this heavier weight.
How is Terence Crawford going to beat Canelo Alvarez? We need to talk about it. When we look at the guys who've had success with Canelo, we'll look at Bivol, we'll look at Golovkin, we'll look at Floyd, and we'll look at Lara. Yes, I'll throw Lara in there. Why not? I think all these fights are absolutely irrelevant coming into this bout. Some of them are just dated, or some of these guys' style just cannot apply. For example, a guy in Lara. If Crawford wanted to fight how Lara fought Canelo, he would probably gas out in 7 rounds, or if he made it 12, he just wouldn't get that decision. It's that simple. Let's take a guy in Golovkin. Crawford just simply does not have the punching power, nor do I think he has the gas tank at 68. He's not a good enough puncher to try to fight Canelo like Golovkin. He doesn't have the physical traits even in the chin department. Then you have Floyd Mayweather. Well, both can have a bit of similarities. The speed, reflexes, technical prowess, IQ, timing, counterpunching, lateral movement. It's just too much from Floyd. I don't think Bud could take much from Floyd's game plan to implement it into his own success in September. And then you have Dimitri. The speed, the technical prowess, the IQ, the length is too much. So essentially, Terence Crawford is going to have to beat Canelo in a way that nobody has ever beaten him or gave him any issues in. I'm going to tell you exactly how Crawford's going to fight. He's going to fight like his damn self. It's too late in his career to change up the game plan. It's too late in his career for him to want to change up the game plan, come into a fight of this magnitude with a style he's never fought before. That will be a recipe for disaster. He's going to be more than likely off the back foot. He's going to be looking for counter shots. And I think there will be a point in this fight where he's simply just trying to survive. I like Crawford. He's an amazing pound for pound fighter. A different animal at 168. This is one of the greatest of all time. I see win scenarios for him, but I don't see him being realistic. I can see him fighting off the back foot, using his speed, timing, and feet to stay away from Canelo. But that's very, very, very unlikely. Damn near impossible.
In a more lighthearted moment, Canelo reportedly called the fight easy money, with a potential payday reaching $150 million. The massive financial reward is a major draw for both fighters, while skeptics question Crawford's move up in weight. He counters by reminding critics that Canelo also moved up and lost. Crawford insists he's ready to prove doubters wrong and is confident in his ability to succeed at higher weight classes.
Talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
If it's what I want, you wanna take it, you know.
Would you put a rehydration clause in there?
We'll see. I don't like to talk about other fight when I got it.
You understand, like that's the fight that everyone wants to see. That's the fight that fans want to see you in there with. You understand?
I understand that. Same happened with Golovkin.
Yeah, and it happened.
And same happened with
and it happened.
And same with the video Sunday.
And it happened. I think it happened.
And with Tro, and with Mayweather, and with Cotto.
That's why I believe the fight happened. Would you ever go for 175? Because 168, I feel like you fought everybody. They're taking belts away from you. 175, you got Benavidez, you got Morrell, you got the rematch with Law.
If I go 175, was that.
That would be the first one. And then you can look around and see what's out there.
And then
would you make a Crawford's performance against Benzema?
I think he knows why his weight class is there, right? He make a good fight. But for me, I think he lost the fight or the draw.
Okay.
Or could be the other side.
He was saying your name a lot all week. I was out there
because
in LA.
he want to sell the fight. If they don't talk about me, they don't sell it.
Would you look at a fight with Crawford? So in the past, you told me no.
If the money is right, I mean,
money's got to be big.
I don't like fighters who don't go around.
Wait, what? You want to say 168 or look 175?
On the Joe Rogan Experience, Crawford admitted this would be the biggest fight of his career. While legacy is important, he acknowledged that financial factors now heavily influence his choices. Having already unified multiple divisions, Crawford sees this fight as a high-stakes opportunity both for his legacy and financial future. He likened the excitement of facing Canelo to the energy he once felt when a fight with Manny Pacquiao was possible.
Nah, nothing. No. You just need like dragons to slay. You know what I mean? Like at this point in your life, you can't even fight a regular fighter.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like I get excited when, I don't know why. I get excited when I talk about Canelo like I used to get excited about Pacquiao.
Really?
You know, I used to get so excited. Like, man, I'm gonna be able to fight Pacquiao. You know, because
is that the one you think got away?
Yeah, it definitely did. It definitely did. I tried my ass off.
What stopped that fight from happening?
They didn't want to fight.
It's too dangerous.
They didn't want to fight. Freddie Roach said he didn't want to fight. Pacquiao handlers didn't want to fight. You know, I believe Pacquiao, as a fighter, he wanted to fight, but...
Renowned boxing analyst Teddy Atlas offered a balanced view of the matchup. While he respects Canelo's talent, Atlas believes Crawford is on another level. He noted that Canelo no longer has the explosive edge he once did, showing signs of slowing down. Meanwhile, Crawford's speed, precision, and tactical brilliance keep him at the top of the game.
Well, come on, he's human. So he had a few hiccups. He won the fight. He's Terence Crawford. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teddy, you make him so good. You're always saying how great Crawford is." You know, but who's he beating? He unified the what was his first division? Lightweight. Then he unified the junior. Then he unified the junior welter. Then he unified the welter. I think I got the weight classes right. It doesn't matter. He unified like 3 different weight classes. He moved up in weight. Is it tired of me saying it? I look at him. Look, Canelo's special too. I get it, and he's bigger. I get that too. And everyone's gonna say, "Well, after Madrimore fight again, had a couple hiccups. Now he's stepping up another weight class. Now he's got to fight Canelo, who's even bigger, stronger, better puncher. You know, a unified champion that he's been. You know, all of that stuff. He's not going to be able to handle it." I asked this question. See, I go to the other side. I say, okay, yeah, can Canelo handle the smaller guy who's going to be faster, who's going to be slicker, who's going to be better defensively, who's going to have better legs, you know, who's going to be able sometimes Canelo at this point in his career can slow down a little bit. They're both getting older. I get it.
Former champion Amir Khan, who has faced both men, offered unique insight. While acknowledging Canelo's power, Khan believes Crawford's speed, ring intelligence, and mobility could be decisive. He praised Crawford's ability to make opponents miss and land counters, saying this adaptability might give him the edge even against a fighter as experienced and powerful as Canelo.
It could have gone either way because I had probably Skull winning by 2 rounds. I mean, I like Canelo. I think he's a great fighter, but the thing is, I think that he was looking he was picking the shots better and landing the better, cleaner shots. Canelo was marked up a little bit, but look, it could have gone either way. Anyway, regardless how the fight went, it was a great performance by both fighters, but it's made a bigger fight happen now with Canelo and Crawford. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Is there more question marks being asked in that fight now? Because a lot of people say, look, Canelo's a bigger guy. He should technically, being the bigger guy, have too much weight for Crawford. But from that performance, do you feel like it's a lot tight and there's a lot more question marks in that fight?
Yeah, I mean, you need more than size. You need more than weight. You need more than everything. I mean, I think what you need now is you just need box IQ.
Canelo expressed a desire to face opponents who come to fight not just to survive. That's a mediocre mindset, he said, criticizing fighters who merely aim to last 12 rounds. People deserve a real fight, a great show, he added, hoping Crawford will rise to the occasion as anticipation builds. Fans and analysts debate whether Canelo's power or Crawford's IQ will prevail. Who do you think will win?
That's a mediocre mind because they come just to survive, to go to the 12th round. That's a mediocre mind. You need to put a good fight there and put great show. You know what I mean?
Do you think Crawford will employ the same tactics to box?
I hope not. I hope not because the people deserve a good fight.
What do you make of the Crawford fight next?
Huh?
How excited are you for the Crawford fight?
I'm excited. I'm gonna enjoy this win and then wait to get. Yeah, that's what do it.